Hello and welcome back to Green-HillGaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world. In this live stream, I'm asking the question, can Jill Valentine escape Raccoon City before it gets nuked? In my live stream, my late night live stream of Resident Evil 3 remake. So sit back, relax, stay safe, but more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Now right now, Mrs. Valentine, she ain't looking too well. She ain't looking too healthy. But Jill, you're going to have to toughen up, because you're going to have to get out of Raccoon City before it gets nuked. So she has the vaccine. It's right here. And hello to my two lovely viewers who have joined my live stream.
Oh,
welcome.
She can't escape elbow cough.
That elbow cough can only mean one thing. It's Mr. Middleton. Chad, as always, a big welcome to Green-HillGaming, to my Resident Evil 3 late night live stream, where I'm asking that question, can Jill Valentine escape Raccoon City before it goes boom? So Chad, I hope that you are keeping safe and well. What is up with you? How are things? And enjoy the live stream. Any news for me? Any breaking video game news for me that doesn't involve The Witcher 3, please? But we try our best to keep the coronavirus out of the live stream if we possibly can. I know I'm playing a video game that's all about a viral pandemic, but if we can try to keep the coronavirus out of the live stream, that would be nice. Speaking of viruses, Jill Valentine does indeed have the vaccine. It's a vaccine that can prevent and cure the T-virus. This should be enough to treat many people, even the whole of Raccoon City. Now, I find it hard to believe that one capsule is going to save...
Free Google Stadia, emoji smirk.
Oh my God, Google Stadia. Well, let me just say, Google Stadia, it can stay free. Google Stadia. I mean, even if I wanted to, like, even if I forced myself to be interested in Google Stadia, I don't even think I'd get it, you know. I just Google Stadia, not my cup of tea, cup of coffee, cup of anything, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so Mrs. Valentine, it is time for your last escape. Oh, she's not looking too healthy. Wait, hold it. What is this? Almost forgot to read a very important document. I love reading the documents in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Some of them are just absolutely hilarious. Whoever wrote these documents, pat yourself on the back, because you've done a top-notch job making these documents just really funny to read. Disposal Center Protocols. This facility is to be used for the dissolution and disposal of test subjects used in Nest 2 experiments. Can I just stop there a second? Like, test subjects. Like, we're not talking about hamsters here. You know, little mice or rabbits. You know, we're talking about human beings. Mary down the road, Tom across the road, your uncle, your father, your son, your nephew. Real people that the Umbrella Corporation experimented on, infected them with deadly toxic viruses that not just killed them, but like would mutate them and transform them into monsters to become biological weapons for the Umbrella Corporation. Just wanted to add a bit of context there. The potent solvents used will ensure that the biological matter within the vat, living or dead, is completely dissolved and ready for disposal. Please follow all safety protocols when using the disposal center. Always confirm that no employees are in the chamber before beginning the dissolution process. Always use the regulated amount of solvent, regardless of the volume of mass being disposed of. If a test subject reacts violently, do not halt the disposal process. Leave the chamber, fill for at least 12 hours, and check for complete dissolution before draining. My guess is this is where and how we're going to take care of good old Nini. Door there for a second. Do you know the way Jill moves around? This is a weird criticism, a very strange criticism that I'm gonna send out to Capcom here for a Resident Evil 3 remake. And believe me, it's bizarre. It would take me to notice these things. You know the noise that Jill makes when she's moving around. Everything is clunking around her weapons and equipment. Yeah. Well, sometimes I confuse that noise with the noise of a collectible, the Charlie doll. It's very annoying because you think there's a Charlie doll in the area, but it's actually not. It's just Jill making noise. So that's the only criticism I'm going to give Capcom.
What in God's name is this place?
I think you're in the disposal center, Jill. You just read the document. You should know. I think it is anyway. And it may just be the final stage of this amazing remake. Oh God, this is why I've freed up my inventory. Oh God. Okay. That is really. What is this?
Boss battle, elbow cough.
It's looking that way. What is this crane? Do I have to pick up Nemesis and just drop him into a hole or something? Yeah, Chad, I think you're right. I mean, I've gotten the vaccine. There's not much left to do other than battle Nemi and get the hell out of Raccoon City. Now, even though it's telling me I've got everything in this area, I still like to do a bit of exploration. Okay, so bear in mind, this is a late night live stream, so I may sound a little bit tired. I mightn't have that much energy in the live stream, so just bear with me on that one. And here he is. It is Mr. Lenny. Mutated as fuck. But stronger than ever. Oh my God, the vaccine.
What do we have here?
Oh, it's
Nikolai, don't! The city needs that vaccine!
More than I do.
MR Kool-Aid.
I don't think.
Mr. Kool-Aid. Nikolai, he wants the vaccine, but he wants to destroy the vaccine because Nikolai's orders are not to send his team in to rescue civilians. No. His orders are clear: to eliminate any evidence of the T-virus and any of Umbrella's corporation's biological weapons, including the vaccine.
Wisdom I've been trying to impart on you is getting through. Now I know you can't put a price on life.
Mr. Kool-Aid.
But I'm in this business to get paid. So let's make a deal. You go down there, battle the Nemesis, and I'll recall it all and sell the combat dog. Put on a good show, and maybe I don't need the vaccine. Agreed? Good.
Mother of God. Okay, something tells me this isn't the actual final boss, but I'm going to act like it is. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to search for supplies, including the first aid kit. Oh, Jesus, mother of God. Okay, you know what? No, actually, I was gonna say. You see, I don't know if this is actually the final boss. It's a tricky one. So for now, I'm just gonna unload with. Oh my god! Some. I attempted to dodge that. Lenny, come on.
Not
Jesus.
final boss.
Thank you for confirming that, Chad. I'm not going to treat that as a spoiler because I kind of knew this wasn't going to be the final boss. There's always like 2 or 3 stages to a final boss. Just pick out. Oh god. Oh my god. I was. Oh, I'm still alive. I was gonna say I was not expecting that. Which I wasn't, to be honest. I'm just dodging left, right, and center. Oh, I only left to go on road, really. Look at this monstrous biological weapon that is Nemesis. Think back.
Jill, is that you?
Go ahead and use it. You only use your revolver in BFG.
Think back to how Nemi looked at the very start of this game when he was chasing Jill Valentine out of her apartment. I mean, he looked intimidating then. He's just a big giant, what, like 7-8 foot muscular monster with extreme power, picking up Jill Valentine by her head with just his bare hands and just swinging her through walls like a rag doll. I mean, that fierce strength from Nemi at the beginning of the game. And then he mutated into like an actual beast on like fucking all fours, like running on walls, chasing you. And now look at him. Like the more he gets defeated, right, the more damage he takes, the stronger he gets, the bigger he gets. So it's absolutely, like, Nemesis is one of the most interesting biological weapons of the entire series. Now, I know I said that about Evelyn in Resident Evil 7, but that was for different reasons. That's because Evelyn, you know, is different in the sense that she isn't an ugly mutated monster. She's actually like more like human, and how she actually infects her hosts is completely different. But this isn't about Evelyn, this is about Nemesis. I just think it's amazing, just the level of mutation and how stronger it gets through the course of the game.
Carlos?
Carlos is still alive.
You're okay. Let me spot for you.
Good idea.
Oh fuck. Well, thank you, Carlos. Oh god, not this again. Not this crap again. I don't have any mine rounds.
Watch it, you've got company.
Where? Where was he? I don't have any mine rounds.
He's hiding behind tank 2.
Oh god, what the hell? Where did this bitch come from? Okay. I was not expecting that. I need a first aid spray.
Hold on.
Where did the zombies come from, like? So I'm keeping the Magnum Oh, this lovely Magnum rounds for the actual final. Look at this craziness.
Here comes some more.
Thankfully they don't take too much damage.
Storm hide behind 6.
6.
He's behind number 6.
Boom. This, that is just fantastic. Just
Final boss, you use the BFG.
oh, the BFG, like as in like Doom. Oh no, I've seen that actually. It's a big, massive electrical type weapon. I did see that in a couple of like I haven't been watching a whole lot of gameplay, but there was a couple of live streamers, that I just saw like the thumbnail of the stream, on YouTube. But I just wanted to say, like, it's just the way you can see this like giant Nemi, like, you know, attached to that tanker, and just the way you can shoot your grenade launcher at him and he falls down. It just looks amazing. Like, you would not be able to experience a moment like that on PlayStation 1 hardware, but you can certainly experience it on PlayStation 4 hardware, and this is what makes it an amazing remake, and it's what makes Nemesis fantastic. That again. I don't have any health left. I'm on caution, it's not good.
Nemesis went full liquor.
He went, or even more than liquor, man.
Number 1. Yeah.
Got it. Shit. Ah, really? Ah. What a way to go out when it was going so well and all, huh? Nemesis is highly flammable. Use flame rounds. Well, thank you for that. I will know. I have them equipped.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. Oof, indeed. Well, I have the flame rounds. Okay. God. This is going to be one of those really enduring type boss battles. You know what I'm conscious of, apart from getting crushed by Nemesis, is do I have to wait until the fire is actually extinguished to attack him again, or can I just continually attack him? You know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I should get my equipment now, actually.
Jill, is that you?
Carlos?
Yeah, it is. Oh, fuck. Take care of zombies.
You've got company.
while taking care of him. No pressure. The thing is, it only takes one hit.
Target behind tank 7.
Where?
He's behind number 7. Ah, fuck. Rip that fucker apart.
It's an amazing boss battle. This is deadly.
Here
As in,
comes some more.
get over my way.
He's hiding behind tank 6.
Thanks, Carlos. Carlos giving me the heads up. I love it.
Number 6.
Yeah, no. I did the first time. Jesus. Christ, that was a close one. I don't know why, but I'm
More
getting...
Switch stock coming soon.
That's good for people. That is good news for people, you know, who want to get their hands on a Switch in this awful time.
Chill. Hold on.
Alright, Carlos, shut up.
Got some more incoming. Number 8.
Yeah, I'm out of flame rounds. Keeping my magnum until the end. Wait, didn't you say that you used the Chad, I know this is probably a spoiler. I don't like spoilers particularly, but can you confirm to me, you know when you're fighting the final boss? The final enemy, so to speak. Is the only weapon literally, as you call it, the BFG, is that the only weapon that you can use literally? Is it like a one-hit type moment? Because, I mean, I don't want to get to a stage where I went to the effort to get this Magnum and I don't even get to use it. So I'm not going to go any further until that gets clarified. So do you understand what I'm saying, Chad? Like, is the final stage of Nemi just me picking up a big weapon and firing? Or do I actually get to use my Magnum? Oh, this is really important here. Chad, don't fall asleep on me here. Come back, Chad. I need you, Chad. Oh, God. I mean, of course it would be lovely to finally completely destroy Nemi and you know, and escape Raccoon City before it goes boom and complete the game, but knowing that I didn't even get to use my Magnum would really piss me off. So Chad, can you let me know please, Chad, Mr. Middleton, calling Mr. Middleton, calling Mr. Middleton, hello Chad Middleton, are you there? I need to ask you something.
Final battle, you need to use gun to shoot Nemesis weak spots, then power up the BFG and shoot him.
Okay, thank you for that, Chad. I appreciate that. That's perfect. Perfect. As long as I get to use my Magnum, that's fine. So I think I know what you mean. So, oof. That's usually the case with fuck, I'm actually out of. Oh Jesus. I could use my Magnum now, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna be a badass. Okay, so it tells me on my. I don't think my shotgun is gonna reach.
Look out!
Wait, I have... Shit. I thought he was going to jump. God, he was going to... What did I get? What did I just get there? Shotgun shells, was it? Okay. Oh. Jesus Christ.
I'm sure you'll get more ammo before then. Is revolver ammo rare?
It is, but I made sure throughout the campaign that I got some high grade gunpowder, and I combined the two together, combined 2 high grade gunpowder together to get some magnum ammo, and obviously to get the actual magnum itself. So I fuck did he go? Ah, Jesus Christ. No way.
I can confirm you will need more than 4 bullets for final battle.
Thank you, Chad. Oh, God. This is definitely going to be an enduring boss battle. There's
Got
no
some more incoming.
denying it. I'm not fucking straight.
Number 4.
Jesus Christ. 4. Come on. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I got him. Not it. Thought I got him. Gotta say, that is absolutely infuriating. You know, when you go into a boss battle and you know it's like the final boss or the second final boss, and you're like, okay, it's going to be a little bit tough and we're going to get through it. It turns out to be like extra infuriating. Well, this is what this feels like right now. What's annoying is I'm actually doing everything right. Like, I mean, I have a lot of flame rounds, explosive rounds, acid rounds. I have enough health. I have enough ammo. I have enough health. So why is this happening? I don't have it on Inferno mode. It's not in Inferno mode difficulty. I don't have it on any like extreme difficulty or anything. So this is really bizarre, to be honest with you. I suppose Capcom are not messing around. Like, you know, this is Nemi, like in his second last form, so he's not messing around with his Nemi.
Jill, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. It's me. It's me. It's D.
Watch it, you've got company.
You've got company.
He's hiding behind tank 7. He's behind number 7. Now, rip that fucker apart.
You know, I don't remember zombies being that quick. I'm actually really pissed off with Nemi. Oh, fuck. I just pause just for a second, just to take in.
Use the dodge.
I am using the dodge. Chad? I just have to take in how, like, Capcom are not messing around, as I said, with this boss battle. But I can assure you, Chad, I am using the dodge. It's the only thing I'm using. Non-stop dodge. Non-stop dodge. There's a first aid spray. Somewhere.
He's hiding behind tank 1.
Tank 1. Oh, okay.
He's behind number 1.
One of these you go to every tank. Acid rounds as well. Evidently, I do not have acid rounds. Where is the
Got some more incoming. Number 3.
Number 3? No, I have to wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. How dodgy this is, like. I am not using my Magnum. I don't care. I don't care.
Here comes some more. Look out.
What the fuck? I don't want to use the Magnum. I'm just stubborn, right?
Use the Magnum.
No. I don't want to.
Elbow cop.
Use the Magnum. Yes. 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 You see, I want to keep the Magnum for the right, perfect, prestigious moment. The final Nemi boss battle is where the glorious Magnum will make
Good
its
job.
magnificent debut. And thank you, Chad. I was actually tempted to use the knife to see what I get some crazy trophy like for taking down Nimi with a knife, but that's gonna have to wait until another playthrough of Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Here comes a crane. Use it to climb up.
And Nimi is still alive.
Come on. Come on.
Jill, get back! Now get on!
Well, that's one way to get up. Jill Valentine riding in style.
I'm gonna melt this fucker into mush.
Oh, that's the solution that was referred to in the document. And hello to all of my 3 lovely, lovely viewers currently watching my Resident Evil 3 live stream, where I am asking, can Jill Valentine escape from Raccoon City before it goes boom? So yeah, welcome to Green-HillGaming. Hope that you're all keeping safe and well, and enjoy the live stream. Great to have you in the live stream. So even right now, as Nemi appears to be melting,
Okay, I'll
it's
meet
still
you up
alive.
there.
Nikolai, where did you go?
There's more. Because where am I? Can I go back there now? Oh my god. Wait, I got a trophy. Nemesis down. Defeat stage 2 Nemesis. I definitely feel though, 100% feel that if I took down Nemesis with a knife, even in stage 1, that I would get some like crazy trophy for doing that.
He's not dead.
Oh, he is definitely not dead. And Damien, buddy, welcome to Green-HillGaming. Late night Green-HillGaming. Welcome to my Resident Evil 3 remake live stream, where I am asking, can Jill Valentine escape Raccoon City before it goes boom? As always, buddy, you are very, very welcome to the live stream. Always appreciate your support. I hope that you're keeping safe and
Sephir
well.
final boss battle looks cool.
Oh, I'd say it does. I haven't gotten Final Fantasy VII Remake yet, but I will definitely be getting it. So yeah, welcome and enjoy. And 100% Damien, you're spot on, man. Nemesis, he ain't dead yet.
I have to get that vaccine back.
So this is it. The final moments of Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Hi Damien.
I'm going back into my room on. I'm definitely taking the first aid spray, that's for sure. 1 acid round. I literally have 1 acid round, but I have waited for this. You see, this is where the prestigious .44 AE Lightning Hawk 8 round capacity Magnum, it's gas operated action, which is unusual for a semi-auto
What's up,
handgun,
Chad?
gives it both power and accuracy. This Magnum is about to make its grand debut when I unload my Magnum rounds on the final stage of Nemi. So I have waited for this moment. So I don't care if I don't have any grenade rounds. Oh, there's some more first aid spray. Who left? Oh, what's this? Weapon spec sheet. Okay. Project title. Ferromagnetic infantry use. Oh my fucking god. Too late at night to be reading all this. Next generator railgun. Development codename Finger. Chief developer Nest 2 lead research Colonel Garner. Assisting developers United States Army. Oh, the umbrella. This is confirmation. Lads. This is confirmation that the Umbrella Corporation have indeed been working with the United States Army. So Damien, you asked earlier today in my previous Resident Evil 3 live stream, was there a cover-up? 100%. And it even involves the United States Army. Now to be fair, they mightn't have known about the biological weapons, but they definitely worked with the Umbrella Corporation, because the Umbrella Corporation deal in a lot of products.
Resident Evil 6.
It's referenced in Resident Evil 6 as well, actually. The conspiracy between the United States government and Umbrella Corporation is referenced, because basically the US government knew that they couldn't contain the outbreak, and they also didn't want the public to find out about the origins of the outbreak as well. So there's a massive cover-up involving the Raccoon City incident. Ammo caliber 60 mm, muzzle velocity 6000 ms. Project objective: suppression of new. Well. I take it back. The US military knew exactly what the Umbrella Corporation were doing, because the project objective is suppression of new bioweapons in case of outbreak. Additional notes: extreme firepower provides the secondary benefit of completely obliterating the target, leaving no trace behind. User feedback: this thing is totally rad. Tyrant's out of line, just give him the finger and problem solve. This is the humour again of the documents in this game that I love. Packs the firepower we need. It would be even better if there was a way to
They made the
control.
BFG, emoji wide smile.
They pretty much made the BFG. The BFG from Doom makes an appearance in Resident Evil 3 Remake. Not officially, but it's pretty much like the BFG in Doom. Mobility may prove to be problematic in the field. Perhaps its platform could be refined. It requires multiple power sources. May be difficult to secure in practice. Could you consolidate to a single power source? So, if you thought that battle with Nemi a few minutes ago was extreme, was tough, was insane, well, you have seen nothing yet, because we are about to fight the actual final stage of Nemi, the actual final boss, the actual final moments of the game. Until I collect everything there is in this room, of course. Why is it telling me that there isn't? Right. Wait, hold on a second, what the hell? Oh, here we go. Gunpowder. Why is it regular gunpowder? Wait a second, do I have any high grade gunpowder in here? Okay, I will settle with shotgun rounds then. Shotgun shells, whatever. Speaking of which, we're going to reload my shotgun. Because I'm half tempted to just try to take out the final stage of Nemi with a knife, but I can't do it because I know that as Chad calls it, I know that the BFG is going to be the weapon that's going to deal the final blow anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I better take out my Magnum, which is going to be the main event of this live stream. Actually, I should have called my live stream like the Magnum, the debut of the Magnum. So I'm going to shortcut that here. Boom. The Magnum is ready to rock and roll. Right, where am I going? Oh, it's through here. I love this, man. Cool little hangar type area in the nest too. Umbrella's research facility deep beneath the hospital in Raccoon City.
It's done. Give me the vaccine, you greedy son of a bitch.
No. You print money. I like money. We shall make ours an ongoing arrangement. Now drop the gun.
I was just going to say Carlos will shoot him. Oh my god.
Final battle, elbow cock.
Final battle indeed. Look at this, man. Look at what Nemesis has turned into. Again, like, just remember how Nemesis looked at the very start of the game when he was chasing Jill Valentine through her apartment, you know, and then he evolved into like a beast and he was running on all fours. Then he got bigger and stronger even after that, you saw a few minutes ago, and now look at him. The more damage he takes, you know that the saying, the slogan, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I've been saying this for a while now. Nemesis should wear that t-shirt, to be honest with you, because he just embodies that saying. What doesn't kill Nemesis makes him stronger. Look at him. Look at this like magnificent biological weapon. Swear to God, I was working for the Umbrella Corporation. Or am I?
Have you ever seen anything so incredible? The data on this would be worth millions. But, you know how it is. City's about to explode, and you can't put a price on life. Good luck!
Nikolai!
What a bad number. Look at the
Go
size.
after Nikolai! He's
of this
got the
thing.
vaccine!
What about you?
We're running out of time. I've got this.
I know you do.
I have goosebumps right now, man. Look at the size.
Just so you know,
This thing.
this is the last fucking time.
You can just about make out his head. And one of his fucking heads anyway, please. Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to shoot, man. I don't even know where to shoot. I have to pause
Rip.
for a second. This is... Rip is right, man. I don't even know where to shoot, man. This is insane. I have to pause just for a minute, man, just to take all this in, man. Look at the sheer size.
Get the BFG behind you.
The BFG is behind me. Oh, thank you. Oh, I don't want to use the BFG. Do I have to use the BFG? I just keep unloading my Magnum. I don't know. Because I feel like... my Magnum is the star of the show, Chad, you know? But you're right, I probably will have to use the, I do call it the BFG, but I wanted to see, can I...
Yes, the Magnum bullets do nothing.
What? What if I use my knife?
Nothing's phasing it.
Nothing's phasing it. Okay, okay. I'm just being an asshole right now, okay. Get all the equipment. Are you sure, Chad? Weren't you the person that told me that there was a Switch version of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes coming to Switch, and it turned out there was an article like 3 years ago? Joke. I'm just going to see what happens, Chad, if you don't mind. And that's what happens. Okay. It was worth a try. No, I will not play on assisted. No. Chad, are you absolutely sure, like, that these Magnum rounds don't do any damage? Does that mean I just...
Oof.
Oof. Oof, indeed. But Chad, that's why I asked you, or to you, do I get to use my Magnum? And you said, yeah. And now you've told me that my Magnum is completely ineffective. Why did you lie to me, Chad? No, I'm only joking. It's cool.
Yes, only shoot Nemesis when his weak spots come up.
Okay. So I take it his head isn't his weak spot. I'm also like conscious of the time as well, so I'm a bit late. Alright, so... well, first I'm going to get all this equipment. So you're absolutely sure, Chad, that he doesn't have any weak point right now? Oh fuck. Damn.
Make sure to fix the red canister to recharge the BFG after shooting it.
Nice one. Nice one, Chad. Appreciate that. I'm gonna get myself some handgun, or first aid spray, and handgun ammo. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, I have enough handgun. I could. Oh shit! I need enough space for this. You know, like. Holy fucking shit, man. That is a BFG.
Nice dodge.
Thank you. That is a BFG. Holy shit, man.
Cooldown in progress. Please reactivate power sources.
Damn, it needs power.
Can I just pause just to say that was absolutely insane. I didn't actually think that it was literally the BFG. Like, this is like, if I was Bethesda, man, I'd be suing Capcom right now, man. That's like taken straight from Doom itself, man. That's insane. Oh shit, I must what's his weak point? Oh, those are these things his weak points, the tumors. Aha. No, my magnum can be used. I'll too late.
Shoot Nemesis weak points first, then fix the red canister.
Thank you. It's flattened me.
Yep, you got this.
Thank you. Oh, listen to music.
Power sources remaining.
Oh my god, this is dodgy. Look at the size of Nemi right now.
One power source remaining.
Oh my god, man, look at his feet.
Go ahead! I'm gonna put you right back on your ass.
Yeah, you said it. Oh my god, what the hell is happening? Fuck. Don't collapse on me, Jesus Christ. This is one hell of a boss battle.
All power sources activated. Powering
You think I
up.
don't know how to fuck you up?
Look at the size of that weapon, man. Holy shit, man. So I'm guessing you have to do this 3 times?
Insane.
Mental. Absolutely mental, man. What do I do? Oh, look at this.
Come on! Next time, take the fucking hit!
Next time, take the fucking name. As in die. And Jill Valentine's victory
Good riddance.
is the blood of Nemi. Look at this, man. It's absolutely crazy. I got a trophy. Nemesis down. Defeat stage 3 Nemesis. So there are 3 stages of Nemesis. Damn. And I'm still I'm still that person who wants to collect everything in the area. I just have to be that person. I'm sorry. Man, look
Good
at
stuff.
the blood, man.
No breaking the walls for him.
Yeah, man, he ain't gonna come back from that one, that's for sure. He ain't gonna come back. Where's the fucking handgun at? Yay. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. Whoa, man, this is Doom. Like I'm going into a hell portal here, like into fucking. Oh, I don't go through there. Okay. That's where's the vaccine. Okay, I'm a little bit confused right now as to where to go. I actually have to go back. Yeah. Hey, where do I go? Oh, here we go. Lads, this has been absolutely insane. Before I officially end this amazing remake of an amazing Resident Evil game, one of my many favorite Resident Evil games, Resident Evil 3, I just want to say thank you to the both of you, particularly for being with me throughout this whole journey, start to finish, of Resident Evil 3 Remake. So thank you. And we're now going to experience the ending of Resident Evil 3 Remake. What a game. What an enemy. What a boss battle. Damn. It has been fun. Jesus, man, I've had many last...
Elbow bump.
Elbow bump. I've had many final boss battles in Resident Evil games over many years. I'd definitely put that up there in the top 3.
Can't let Nikolai get away with that vaccine.
Yeah, Nikolai.
Managed to stop him.
So Nikolai is like the final boss, essentially. Oh, this is interesting. Yeah. I just want to... Oh man, it's actually designed like Nest 1 in Resident Evil 2. Very similar. Just imagine for a second if the T-virus didn't leak. If there was no T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City. And if everything just went on like normal, the citizens of Raccoon City lived their lives happily and peacefully, and the Umbrella Corporation continued to research and develop biological weapons deep beneath the streets of Raccoon City. Imagine if they had completed these biological weapons, like Nemi, Mr. X, all the various tyrants, the hunters, the lickers, and like there was a war, like, you know, like in Afghanistan or wherever.
But you should hate the game for being short and having cut content like the others. Emoji happy tears.
Well, I'm not like the others, Chad. You may have noticed that about me by now. I do complain from time to time, but I'm not one of those sheep type people. I've nothing to hate about this game, and I don't call it short. My playtime is 10 hours and fucking almost 10 minutes. Or is it 10 minutes or 10 hours? I don't know. I think it's 10 hours. Probably because I got stuck along that times. I've played shorter games, Chad. I've played far worse shorter games, to be honest with you. I think it does the job. I mean, Resident Evil 3 is about Jill Valentine escaping from Raccoon City. I don't think it matters how long the game is. So in terms of length, I'm actually quite happy with the length of this game. I'm quite happy with the content in this game. I think it's been an amazing game. I think the boss battles with Nemi have been absolutely fantastic. So I've loved the game from start to finish. I mean, I haven't even finished
I'm
it yet.
joking.
I know. I'm just saying, like, there are people. No, I know you're joking, but there actually are people. I've come across people online who were saying like that the campaign is short, and You can't please everyone, especially in the video game industry. That's one thing I've learned. But yeah, just imagine for a second though, if the T virus, the biological weapon that the Umbrella Corporation were researching and developing deep beneath the streets of Raccoon City, didn't actually leak into the city, didn't actually infect the city. There was no Mansion incident, there was no Raccoon City incident. And imagine if these biological weapons actually got into the battle zone. Just like, wouldn't that just be absolutely crazy? And if the Umbrella Corporation basically monopolized the military across the entire world, and they basically became like this like shady kind of like secret society that pretty much kind of like controlled the entire world because they had these biological weapons. They could control any war zone. And I mean, remember yesterday we were chatting about a potential reboot for the Resident Evil franchise. Wouldn't that be a great idea if it basically turned Resident Evil into that type of a game where like the Umbrella Corporation were controlling
A weapon to
wars.
surpass Metal Gear?
A weapon to suppress Metal Gear. Exactly. I think. Let's face it. Let's face it. If Nemi encountered Metal Gear, he would just pick it up by the fucking, by the big massive cannon. Just pick it up, man, and swing it around. But yeah, imagine if the series, if Resident Evil did get rebooted, and it told the story of like a shady like military company, private military company called the Umbrella Corporation that were providing the world's militaries with these biological weapons, and it was just causing mayhem in the war zones, and they were just like, yeah, and like our mission is to take down the Umbrella Corporation, like it is in all Resident Evil games, but it's told in a very different way. There is no viable outbreak. You know what I mean? There is no kind of anything like that. But like you're aware of this private corporation, this private military corporation called the Umbrella Corporation, and it's unethical to have these like biological weapons on the war zone, that kind of a thing. Just an interesting thought.
I can still catch him.
Just fighting Nemesis like that, just seeing him like that. Just imagine. I mean, imagine a tank, like a tank. Imagine a regular war tank coming face. I can't even say face to face, because if that final form of Nemesis encountered a tank, I mean, Nemesis would be able to squash that tank with its fucking toenail. Nemesis Type 3, that's for sure. Anyway, so it's really interesting to see like what would happen. You know, if these biological weapons actually made it onto the war zone, into the battlefield. I mean,
Oh no.
holy shit! It's Carlos, and he's been shot.
You're not going to stop. Promised you this, didn't you?
No!
Fuck.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh no, don't care. My client ordered me to reduce Umbrella to rubble.
10 minutes until missile.
Whoa. Whoa, did you just hear that? Did you just hear that? Nikolai's client ordered him to make rubble of Umbrella. That's what he just said. Can you just confirm that? Can someone confirm that in the live chat, please? Did he just say that his client ordered him to make rubble of Umbrella? Because that's a mindfuck right there, because I know that in the original Resident Evil 3, he was working for Umbrella and he was ordered to destroy any evidence of the T-virus, of Nemesis, of anything that... Oh my god, man, what a mindfuck. Thank you for that, Chad. What a mindfuck. What an absolute mindfuck that is. So in the remake, he's actually not working for Umbrella, he's actually working for an unknown client. Kind of reminds me of Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 4 with Ada Wong. You didn't quite know where Ada Wong stood, and Wesker as well. You never knew where Wesker stood as well. That's fucking insane.
The missile has launched.
So like, basically, there's oh my god, there's a few things there. Like, Umbrella ordered the UBCS particularly Nikolai, because he was the what you call it, he was like the leader of this division of the UBCS. They were ordered to basically destroy any evidence linking the Umbrella Corporation to this outbreak, including the virus, the vaccine, the biological weapons, all that kind of stuff. It was never about rescuing civilians. But this guy is going rogue. He's working for somebody else, and he's ordered to make rubble of Umbrella.
And that is my duty. Goodbye, Miss Valentine. Shame you didn't listen to me when you had the chance.
Oh, he's still alive. Carlos is still alive. Carlos is still alive. I love this.
Jill! Shoot him!
I can't! I'll hit you!
Do it! You have to! There's no other way.
Oh my god.
Take the shot!
Carlos!
I took a bit of inspiration from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You know where you were ordered to shoot this guy, you didn't know who he was. Well, if we shoot him in the leg, it ends up being Menendez or something. Not Menendez. I forget. Not Menendez. Sorry, not Menendez. Mason. You shoot him in the leg, you don't actually kill him. So I just went for his leg.
Hey, I told you I couldn't leave you in a Carlos's world. That would just be too cruel. What about...
Chad, can you confirm something to me? Did I actually unlock some secret ending here by shooting him in the leg? Because if I did, that would just make my century, to be honest with you.
him?
Why'd you do it?
Yeah, why did you do it?
There's a price tag for everything. Even letting the world burn.
There's a price tag on everything, even letting the world to burn. What good is your money if the whole world is going to burn? You absolute
Not sure.
idiot. Yeah, there probably isn't. I think Capcom confirmed that. This guy's insane. There's a price tag on everything, even letting the world burn. So what's your money going to get you if the world burns, you stupid cunt? This guy is crazy.
Who are you working for?
Yeah, who's working for?
I'll tell you. If you get me out of here, I'll pay you whatever you want. You're a fool. You're a fool! If I die, you'll never find out the truth.
I don't mind a little detective work.
Oh, she's going to find out herself. I did hear something about this leading up to the launch of Resident Evil 3 Remake, that they kind of slightly changed the story a little bit. But, you know, so it's going to be interesting to see like who he actually is working for, because we do know that there's a lot of different organizations in the Umbrella or in the Resident Evil universe. Some of them I completely forget. There's obviously there's Tricell that gets introduced in Resident Evil 5. Then there's the organization that developed Evelyn. There's no Blue Umbrella as well. So there's lots of different organizations. I think the organization that Ada was working for got revealed in Resident Evil 6, but I don't play Resident Evil 6. I can't stand that game. But it's interesting. I'm determined now to find out who Nikolai actually works for. But he'd been left there. Jill decided to just leave him there, and damn.
Jill, you alright?
There it is.
The missile that will set things in motion, that will change the world forever, change the world forever anyways. This will be forever known as the Raccoon City incident. The entire destruction of a city caused by a biological weapon created by the Umbrella Corporation, but
It's finally over.
oh, it's far from over, Carlos, because Umbrella is far from over.
So long, Percy.
And their biological weapons will get into the hands
I felt
of
empty and cold as
bioterrorists.
the heat from the blast washed over us. All this death wasn't caused by a monster-making virus. It was greed.
Yep.
Human greed.
Spot on, Jill.
I
Spot
decided
on.
then and there. The ashes of Raccoon City
Great
with the
stream.
Umbrella's
See you
ashes
next
still
time. Y'all got
Thank
this.
you.
would end them
Thank you, man.
once and for all.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you. So Jill Valentine is... You never quite see Jill Valentine taking down the Umbrella Corporation, actually. Maybe... I think they should remake Resident Evil 4, but not in the way that you would think. I think they should reimagine Resident Evil 4. Now, you also have to bear in mind that there's Code Veronica, which actually acts as the real Resident Evil 3, because it continues directly after Resident Evil 2, where you have Claire Redfield searching for her lost brother Chris. So that's actually like a real Resident Evil 3. But special thanks to the Resident Evil 7 and 2 song team. Okay, that's crazy. Like, what if you kind of saw like a different Resident Evil 4, where you weren't Leon Kennedy working for the president, saving her daughter, but what if you were like Jill Valentine going to the European headquarters of Umbrella? Just a thought. What if this rumored remake, that was not actually a rumor, but Capcom had asked, do you want to see a remake of Resident Evil 4? It's an interesting one. Resident Evil 4 looks and plays like a very modern game. Not just how it looks, but how it plays. It's still, to this day, in 2020, a very modern game. It would be strange if you remade that game. Like, obviously, PlayStation 1 games look a hell of a lot different to PS4 games, and they play a hell of a lot different to PS4 games. But I still think you can put the original GameCube release of Resident Evil 4 up there with any modern game, and they look and play the same. Might look exactly the same, but I don't think that Resident Evil 4. Look at that guy Patrick on the right, is completely isolated from the rest of the credits. So I can't actually see Capcom remaking Resident Evil 4 and staying true to the original. I mean, it makes sense that Capcom remade Resident Evil 2 and 3, actually 1, 2 and 3, because they were all PS1 generation games. So the Capcom were taking PlayStation 1 games and remaking them on modern technology. Whereas Resident Evil 4, come on, it released on the GameCube. It's not that long ago, really, when you think about it. And considering that they actually remastered Resident Evil 4 on PS4 and on PC, like, the game looks absolutely amazing. So does Capcom need to remake Resident Evil 4 as it is? I don't think so. But I think they could completely reimagine the series. Or not the series, the game, sorry. Getting tired now. So it's an interesting one. But then again, like, if they do what I think they're going to do, then it kind of fucks things up. Could Capcom take the plunge and just say, you know what, forget 4, 5 and 6, they never happened? Like, could they take that plunge? I wonder. I really wonder, could they do that? And could they still tell the story that Resident Evil 7 told? Nah, that's a tough one, because then you still have references. I think, I don't know, I'd have to go back and play Resident Evil 7 again to see if there's anything particularly referenced to the previous Resident Evil games, because up until the point where Chris, I know that you can read an article talking about the anniversary of the Raccoon City incident. They can do that. And there was also a reference to, no, actually, the reference came from a character that was in Resident Evil Outbreak. Now, Resident Evil Outbreak took place at the time of the Raccoon City incident. So what I'm basically getting at here is, could Capcom completely erase 4, 5, and 6? And I think they could, because they don't really reference Resident Evil 4, 5, and 6 in 7. Chris Redfield makes an appearance, but it doesn't say, like, it doesn't reference Chris Redfield in 5 and 6, to my knowledge. It doesn't anywhere. It may mention the BSAA, but I still think that they can kind of do a thing where, like, 4, 5 and 6 never happened. I would love that so much. And as far as Resident Evil 8 is concerned, they could still do that. And they could still do the Blue Umbrella as well, the newly reformed Umbrella Corporation. They could still do that, because they could say like that Jill and Chris and the rest of the STARS members took down Umbrella, but then the company got reformed because certain people within the Umbrella Corporation were trying to do good. Like, there was that document there that was that I read out in my previous Resident Evil live stream, Resident Evil 3 live stream earlier today. Tokyo, that was actually from a scientist at Umbrella that actually wanted to do good, and he didn't agree with all these biological weapons. So again, what I'm getting at here is, I think it would be really cool if Capcom made a new Resident Evil 4 and basically took the series in a new direction, completely forgets 5 and 6. You know, it kind of sets up a different type of Resident Evil franchise. So like a kind of half reboot and half progression. So basically, again, like, what I'm trying to say here is that 4, 5 and 6 would have never happened. The destruction of Raccoon City happened. Jill and the rest of the STARS members take down Umbrella. They get reformed as a new corporation. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going way ahead here, but it would be interesting. See, what has me intrigued is who Nikolai is actually working for here. But with that, just want to say, man, this game, very, very impressed. Far better than what I actually expected it to be. Capcom, hats off to you. Pat yourself in the back. You've done a top-notch job remaking this game. I've been saying it from the start since. Oh, what is this? The fuck? Who's this? The fuck just happened there? Dun dun dun. I got a trophy, so rank C. You know what? I'll take a rank C. I will take a rank C any day of the week. So yeah, I've said this since I first started streaming Resident Evil 3 Remake, that when the game originally got announced, I had a very low-key reaction to it. I was like, meh. I have no idea why, but that was my reaction. And I was actually more excited for Resident Evil Resistance, to be honest with you. So I was like, oh, okay. And whatever they showed, it looked to me like they were just recycling Resident Evil 2. I don't know what it was. The locations they showed, like when they showed the Raccoon City Police Department and the shores, it just seemed to me like they were recycling Resident Evil 2, even though that's pretty much what the original Resident Evil 3 did as well. So I just had a very low-key kind of meh reaction to Resident Evil 3 Remake originally, and I didn't think it was going to be a hugely great game. I didn't think it was going to be anything like Resident Evil 2. I knew I was going to get it, obviously, because I'm a huge Resident Evil fan and I love Resident Evil 3. So I got the game. I've now finished it, and I can tell you for a fact that it's a lot better than what I expected it to be. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. From that really creepy opening cinematic cutscene that just, it's just really, in this day and age with the whole coronavirus situation, really scary. Like, one of the first things you hear in Resident Evil 3 Remake is, this pandemic is spreading faster than any disease in modern history. And you're like, fuck. You know what I mean? So yeah, great game. Nemesis. I mean, I remember Nemesis in the original Resident Evil 3, jumping through the window in the Raccoon City Police Department, just pursuing you throughout the whole game. And it was scary. It was intimidating. But a lot of the time, you could just run away from Nemesis. That was your thing. You were just running away from him, or else you could choose to hide. Whatever you were doing, you just didn't engage with him. You only engaged with him in the 3 stages when you were fighting him, like when you were like forced to actually fight him and deal some damage on him. I think it was the first time you really kind of have to engage with him, I think, is when you're in the clock tower area where he shoots down the helicopter. And then I think the second and third one are obviously kind of as you're kind of heading towards the end of the game, like you saw in the remake. But in the remake, and how he looks as well, obviously, like the graphics in PS1 are far different than PS4. But because of the hardware of PS4, Nemesis looks, there's a lot more detail on him, so he's far more intimidating. Even though I'm not a huge fan of his modern design, but we say no more about that. But even when Nemesis is pursuing you, like when you're not actually engaging in combat, like running away from Nemesis is far more terrifying in the remake because he doesn't let you get away so easily. He will use his tentacles to grab your legs. He will jump right in front of you. You don't get away from Nemesis that easily in the remake. So that's what makes it really scary and intimidating. And obviously, like how he looks on PS4 is far more intimidating as well. And just when you do actually engage in combat with him, it's, in my opinion, it's actually far more challenging. Really, really is. And they really added in a lot of gameplay elements as well. Like when you're fighting, he's second. Is it his second stage? I think it's the second stage. When he's like running across the walls and on top of buses and everything, you have to use the mine grounds to take him down. It's really innovative, I find. And you got to see a lot more of Raccoon City in the remake as well, which I really enjoyed. To take in a lot more scenery. I am making a decision that I am just going to play a lot of Resident Evil 3 on my channel, and I will see how it goes. I will see how I feel about it. I will see how my viewers feel about it, and if it goes down well, I'll continue with Resident Evil 3 content. In terms of trying to get a good play time, because I played it on standard. It took me 10 hours and 41 minutes and 35 seconds to complete it. Saved it 31 times, died 30 times, and I got a rank C. So maybe try to get better results and stuff like that. I'm aware that I still have Doom to complete. I'm aware that Final Fantasy VII has released, and obviously like Mortal Kombat 11. Look, we'll see how it goes. But I definitely want to return to this game because it's a good game, to say the least. So, did I unlock anything? I haven't unlocked nothing, have I? Let's see. Completed challenges: Nemesis down, concept art, Nemesis down, concept art, escape. Oh, I got Jill model. Did I? Oh, model. Sorry, model. Oh, the shop has been unlocked. You can now purchase items from the shop, which is accessible via the main menu. Points used to unlock items can be earned by completing in-game challenges. View them in the record screen. Interesting. I'm gonna save that for another time. I'm gonna save that for another time. So this is the end of Resident Evil 3 remake, as I said, I really enjoyed it from start to finish. Far better than what I expected the game to be. Really impressed with Nemesis overall. Again, I'm not a fan of his modern design, but overall, very impressed with Nemesis. Extremely impressed with Nemesis in terms of how intimidating he is, how enduring he is. Just really impressed with Nemesis. Really impressed with the gameplay. Really impressed with the storytelling. Just impressed with the game overall. I'd say 9 out of 10. I would give it 10 if it had its original Nemesis design. And it's the end of the live stream. So I want to say thank you to everyone who watched the live stream, and I want to particularly thank Damien Sewell, Chad Middleton, and Utku. Now I'm not going to go down the road of shout-outs, but I want to thank those people in particular because they've been with me from the start of my Resident Evil 3 live streams. So I just want to thank those people in particular. So thank you all. Stay safe, and I will see you next time on Green Hill Gaming.